I'm Benji Greenberg, and I'm the owner of Yan's Deli in Montreal.
Were you always obsessed with food?
Yes, I was absolutely always obsessed with food. My family would have big dinners regularly on Friday night. If it was my mom's side doing the cooking, my grandfather would make lobsters and shrimp cocktail and shuck oysters. And if it was my dad's side, it would be kind of traditional Ashkenaz Jewish Friday night dinner. All the kids would kind of eat and run, and I would sit at the table with the adults and savor my meal,
Really?
ask for seconds, enjoy. I loved eating. I thought it was fun being around the table. And there was, FOMO of missing out playing with the cousins, but food was better.
Food is life.
Yeah.
Food is life. So did you start cooking when you were younger, or you just enjoyed the food?
I always enjoyed the food. I started cooking when I think it was 11 or 12. I had to spend a summer at home away from camp because I went flying off a tube and dislocated my hip.
Tubing?
Tubing, yeah.
That's
behind
bad.
the boat. It was one of my dad's friends. He was like, "Do you want to go fast?" I'm like, "Go
Oh my
crazy!
God.
I want to go flying." And he sent me flying, and I ended up in the
Dislocated your hip?
hospital.
Do you have problems now?
No,
Okay, so you're fine.
yeah, I ended
like,
up in
you
the
know.
hospital, so I couldn't go to camp. Back then, there was no Netflix or
Yeah.
anything. It was either Blockbuster or daytime TV.
I
So,
love Blockbuster.
like, I found the cooking channel, and I was like, okay, this is better than like the Maury Show or like Judge Judy.
Yeah.
There's nothing else on.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, food's pretty cool. And then like eventually as I got better, I'd ask my mom like, oh, can you pick up these ingredients? I saw like Emerald cooking it on his show, and he was like the big thing back then in like, I don't know, 2001, 2002. And so I was pretty horrible at it, but I kind of liked the idea of it was something to do.
Yeah.
Like all my friends were at camp. My brother was at camp. I don't think we had a dog at the time yet, or maybe we did, but like it was just a boring ass summer.
Okay. And then when did you start working in the kitchen?
So Dawson, I was not a student there. I was enrolled there, and
Yeah.
I had a student code, but I would go to school and just go right to my bubby's condo. She lived across the street. She didn't really question it. She was happy that the grandkids were over and hanging out with her.
That's amazing.
Like, oh yeah, class is canceled all day again.
Yeah. You sound like me.
And then so from there, I was like, okay, like this school sucks. I was getting to the end of Dawson, but like, I'd failed so many classes. So it's kind of like I kept adding a semester. I was like, maybe cooking, this could be fun. So I went into, when you don't have experience, like back then too, like people loved working for free. Free labor was like the cool thing to do.
Was it?
I think so. Like, I mean, nowadays, like you can't get away with any free
It's
labor in the
true.
US and in Canada.
Internships
either.
aren't even a thing anymore. You have to pay.
Like everything has to be paid. But
Right.
back then it was like I knocked on doors, and I went to Le Mât des Oliviers, which I frequented with my family often. We knew the owner. He was super nice. I told him I wanted to see if cooking was for me. He said, I don't suggest you do it, but if you want to know
Really?
what the restaurant life is like, yeah, show up, come a couple times a week. And I really liked it. It was like grunge work I was doing, but it was kind of fun. I would skip, then, I didn't have to skip all my classes at my bubby's house. I was able to make it seem like I was going to some more classes than I actually was, but I was just going to the restaurant and
That's so
peeling
funny.
vegetables and
Yeah.
scrubbing oysters.
How old were you?
18.
18? Okay.
18.
And then when did you start working at Joe Beef?
So that was 2017 after I went to culinary school.
Okay.
I spent a year in Chicago. I spent several months before free labor was disallowed. I did a couple months at Single Thread Farms in Healdsburg. Part of schooling I was in Las Vegas for work for 6 months, and then after
Las
school,
Vegas? Where?
Yeah, Cut Steakhouse.
Okay. Do you have any stories about that? Some good ones?
It was so
Intense?
military
I
run.
feel like it's very intense there.
Yeah, I mean the kitchen was fantasy land. It was
Yeah.
like four times the size of Joe Beef.
Wow.
Like it was just a massive kitchen with probably like throughout the day I'd say 40 cooks and
Yeah.
like dishwashers and prep cooks. They had a walk-in freezer, a meat room, a
God.
fish room, it was I mean it was a really cool place to work cuz they only worked with like the best products and it was a lot of fun to learn from there, but like it was really as like strict as it gets. Like the cooks had to be clean shaven. I got
wow.
I came in one
Why
day
is
and
that? Because getting in the food?
hygiene, I guess. Like
Okay.
if you had tattoos on your arms, you had to wear sleeves to cover them. This was the chef's rules, but
Yeah.
he was
maybe yeah.
really like by the book, and
Okay.
the ship he ran was incredible. I have a lot
Obviously.
of respect for him, but yeah, it was like there was really no like putzing around there.
Yeah.
It was all work.
Oh my God. Let's go back to Joe Beef.
Yeah.
So the first day you worked there, the kitchen caught fire.
Yeah.
Can you explain what happened?
Yeah, it was a grease fire in the oven.
And it was your fault.
First day on the job, it was just reopening. They were closed 2 weeks for summer break. My station partner, he didn't last very long there. He wasn't very good, but we were making it was like a stuffed eggplant, and we were roasting lamb sausage in the oven. He was facing the oven. I wasn't. We're a team, so both of our faults. But he looks at me. He's like, hey, he taps me on the shoulder. He's like, hey, Benji, I think our sausage might be burning. And I turn around and the stove is just pissing black smoke out. I'm like, oh my God, like might be burning. So we open the door and it just like a huge flame comes out. I'm like, yeah, might be burning. I'm like, this doesn't just happen, but like, okay, get salt. We're trying to throw salt on it. Like,
Is that what you do?
yeah,
You throw salt
yeah,
on on an oven that's burning?
well, on a flame.
I just did not know that.
It keeps it from spreading. And
Oh.
but anyway, nothing was
okay.
working, so we had to pull the Ansel system.
Yeah.
Fire department comes, like the whole, like everything is screwed.
Yeah.
And like they were like, okay, we're canceling the first block of reservations, but we have service starting at 8:00. So you have till 8:00 to get everything ready. And like the sauces, everything on the stove was all garbage.
Yeah.
Everything like that we had on the line, like our chopped herbs and vegetables and everything was all garbage because we had to pull the Ansel system,
no.
which is like, if you're not the best thing when you're,
Yeah,
especially
first day.
first day on
I'm
the
surprised
job.
they didn't
and I was
fire
like,
you.
yeah, I was like, oh fuck, I'm fired for
Yeah.
sure. Like,
And they kept you.
and they kept me. I mean, yeah, they kept me.
They knew. Then they knew that you were a gem. How do you know when it's time to leave something successful to build your own thing?
That's a good one. It's something you need to figure out. I was there 7 years. They were amazing years, but winter 2023 or late fall, I kind of started to think what my next step was. I know I wanted to do my own thing, and once I had the idea that like the deli idea kind of came to light, and I was like, you know what, like this could be it. It was the first time I had an idea of what I wanted to do that really was making sense to me.
Yeah.
The delis I know were kind of closing and dying. I had like, one deli I've been going to my whole life. It just like, the quality wasn't the same. I was like, someone's got to like put the love and effort that like I was putting in at Joe Beef, creating and sourcing ingredients into like a deli. Like no one does that. It's all store bought. It's all pre-packaged and low quality. And how could I make salads out of the cheapest ingredients? No one was actually kind of putting the love in. And when that clicked with me. I just like instantly knew like I'm kind of done here.
Yeah.
I didn't have it in me to go another summer there. The summers at Joe Beef are extremely demanding. The days are long. The kitchen is 45 degrees. It's, you know, it's a machine, you know, it's like, it's a real machine. And to give what it requires, I just, with this idea brewing in my mind and my focus shifting to that, I knew I'm out. I have to leave before summer. Like if I stay here for the summer, it's really not gonna, I don't think it would be a great summer. Like my heart wasn't completely in it anymore. And it just, with this new idea brewing, I knew it was like time to shift my focus from like lobster spag to pastrami and chicken soup.
There you go. And then so you opened Jan's Deli. So can you explain when you opened it and what it is?
So,
because I know what it is, but everyone else doesn't.
I opened it July 2025. I opened it with, as I said, the intent on bringing that kind of same passion, the knowledge and drive that I had at Joe Beef for all those years, and my relationships I made with farmers and dairy suppliers and meat suppliers. I wanted to take that and apply it to something a little more like relatable. Like I won't say casual, because like in terms of deli, we're not so casual. We are upscale. So
it's like a fine dining deli.
It's a fine dining deli. You know, we use the best ingredients. We have some fun specials. We do everything in house. We have a smoker. We do our own butchery. We don't open vac sealed bags of product like a lot of delis do. We really want to bring items that we make in house. We're not cutting corners. We're not using other people's products. There are a few, but they're very kind of niche products that we can't really get here that I just wanted to serve. But like all of our meats, all of our fish, all of our salads, you know, we work with farmers that I did at Joe Beef. The same tomatoes you'll get at all these like high-end restaurants. It's the same tomatoes we're getting, and cucumbers, and the beef that we source is also from some really cool farmers. We work with a really amazing supplier in Toronto who gets us whatever we want.
Yeah.
And you know, we just kind of do our own thing. We have some items that are similar to what you would find, but everything kind of has our twists and our play on it. Like our party sandwiches, we use fresh tuna.
Oh wow.
No one really does that. Everyone uses the canned tuna and makes a salad. So we do fresh tuna party sandwiches.
Sometimes with caviar on it.
Sometimes with caviar on it. Our chicken soup, which, you know, a lot of people chicken soup, but our chicken soup is really like it's top. It's a one item on the menu I'll never get tired of. We do a double chicken stock. We blanch our bones, and then we build a soup with more chicken. So we really like, you know, the labor of love that goes into everything. It does reflect in the price and the product, but the product speaks for itself.
Right. Okay, so what's the actual difference between Montreal smoked meat and New York pastrami?
So main differences is brine and cure. So Montreal smoked meat is cured. Pastrami is typically brined. The cut of meat. So Montreal smoked meat uses the whole brisket, the flat and the navel, the whole chunk. Typically pastrami will just be the navel, which is like the beef belly, or where you get like beef bacon, or call it what you want. The spice rub is a little different. Smoked meat, it's more coarse. Pastrami, there's a little more sugar, so it's a little sweeter.
But you don't even use smoked meat. So what's the difference between your smoked meat and New York smoked meat?
Different countries.
Okay, but what else? Nothing?
The spice
Do you
rub
find
will
there's
be
a difference
different.
or no?
Ours is tastier. We don't use
Love that
we don't
answer.
we don't use phosphates.
Okay.
That's a big difference. And
Phosphates. So pregnant people can eat that or no?
depends their preference.
Okay. Because there's something
we
in.
use curing salt. We use nitrates, but we don't use
nitrates.
phosphates.
Okay, sorry.
So
Yeah.
one of the big things that is really like I'll never be able to get across customers is like, why is our product more expensive? Because
Yeah.
we don't use phosphates. If you're going to the grocery store and you're getting prepackaged smoked meat, it's going to have that. What it does is it makes the meat pink, not red. So if you're eating smoked meat and it's pink and it's not red, typically it's phosphates. It retains water. It tenderizes the meat. If you go to the Bell Center, their product, just because of the amount that they serve and they can't charge what we charge at the Bell Center. So they're using it just makes a more processed product, but it really it changes the texture of the meat. It's not as meaty. It's a little more like processed bologna texture.
That's amazing.
So that I think that's a difference between our product is we really we do use nitrates because it needs it to cure and to make it stable, but we don't add any other preservatives. And it's like we brine it for 18 days. We smoke it for 12 hours and then we steam it for 3 to 4 hours.
Okay. What do you think are the best Jewish restaurants in Montreal? Name 5 right now.
Name 5. Yeah. Are there even 5? There's my own.
Right.
There's Arthur's.
2.
There's Shea Greenberg.
3.
There's Chesky's, which is number 1.
Yeah.
If you know it, you know it.
5. Last but not least. I would say
Snowden Deli. Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Sorry if I offended anyone.
That's okay. What are the most underrated restaurants in Montreal?
Bar Vivar.
Where is that?
That's on Duluth Street.
And then do you have any other ones?
George Greisch's restaurant. He's super talented and super anal about the smallest little details, but his food is so good. It's a lovely little restaurant. They have a cute little terrace. Everything is always super fresh. Menu changes super often. Little blackboard Spanish food, but he's his food's so good.
And then what now closed restaurants do you miss the most in Montreal?
Moish's.
But that's still open.
The OG Moish's, where you walk up the stairs and Lenny was waiting for you. Bubblegum on the way in, bubblegum on the way out. Verenica's. That old menu.
Yeah.
Steak served on a wooden cutting board that was not hygienic at all, but Le Mud des Oliviers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my first job. It was a good restaurant.
I'm gonna have to Google that one. And then what are some restaurants that you've discovered in Montreal recently that you're obsessed with?
Lila.
Okay, where is that?
One of the above. In the Mile End. I ate there last week. It was so good.
It was amazing?
It was amazing. Everything was just executed so well, tasty, fresh, poppin' flavors, simple food, but done so well and so delicious. I was
blown away.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you're done with those. So let's go back to your questions. What was the biggest thing about Yan's that you underestimated?
Staff cost.
Oh, really?
Staff
okay.
Performance.
Yeah. So do you find that you're turning people are leaving a lot and you have to hire more people, or they're not?
Just the staffing in general. I guess
they just
you have
don't show up.
You just, not that they don't show up, it's that no one cares as much as you, regardless of how much they care.
Yeah.
And my employees are great. They all do care, but they don't care like I care because
Right.
it's not their baby. You know, they come to work, they do a really good job, and then they go home and they live their lives. Like I go home and I
Dream about it
yeah,
all night. Dream about the expenses, the cost.
it never leaves my head. So just to get employees on the same page as you is extremely difficult.
Right.
Just like I said, because they like I'm not downplaying the work that they do. Like I said, they all do a really good job, but they just
They'll never care as much as you.
It's not their baby.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's like it's for anything. Yeah. What's something customers complain about that restaurant owners wish they understood?
The price of food. Oh my God.
Do you have any examples of that one?
I operate a Jewish deli. Do I have examples of customers complaining about the price of food?
What's like the most recent one?
The price of beef, the price of turkey, the price of tomatoes. Like, I mean, no one understands that, like, to get good quality products, you need to have good quality people who know how to handle these products.
Exactly.
That's number one. Boom, your price goes up. Then to get these high quality products, you have to talk to farmers. You're not just buying tomatoes off a computer, which like some restaurants do, and that's fine. There's a time and place for everything, but I talk to farmers. I use suppliers for mushrooms, for tomatoes, for zucchini, and like you're talking to people who hire people to maintain their farm and pick weeds and pick the vegetables and make sure they're not picking bug infested zucchinis or worm filled tomatoes. All these little things, like they take their toll on the price, and someone has to pay for it. And like, I got someone the other day who was like, I really want to try your pastrami, but I can't justify paying what it costs. And I said, so I explained to him, like we have someone in the back who receives the brisket, butchers it, makes the brine, smokes it, maintains a smoker, steams it, takes it out of the steamer, packages it up properly, and then slices it for you. We're not just ordering Lester's smoke meat and then slicing it and putting it on a plate. Like we're doing all this work.
Right.
We're using high quality ingredients, and we have delicious Hofkelstein Kimmel rye bread, and we have Golden's brown mustard, and all these little things that people don't necessarily care about. It's like it reflects in the price. And I tried to explain it to him, and it was, when I was your age,
oh my God,
brisket was pennies to the dollar. And then like, I just wanted to say, sir, when you were my age, our troops were invading Juno Beach and Normandy. Like, it's been a little bit since brisket was pennies to the dollar. Like, I'm like, come on, like, bear with me. And his I didn't say that, obviously. I put it in nicer terms, and his response was, who makes the best smoked meat or pastrami sandwich? Like, what's the difference? Who cares? Is right up the street at La Belle Province. I get the sandwich and fries and coleslaw and a drink for $15. And I was like, I don't think this is a restaurant for you.
Exactly.
Like,
oh my God.
It's a humble product that, like, especially in Montreal, smoked meat's so readily available, and people think like it's pennies, but it's not. Beef is a luxury ingredient, whether it's brisket, a ribeye, a filet mignon, or like inside round for beef tartare. It's a luxury ingredient.
Love that. Okay. If you knew everything you know now, the money, stress, hours, and pressure, would you still have opened Yan's?
Yeah, of course. Montreal needs a good, real deli where everything is homemade.
Okay.
We've had those in the past.
Yeah.
I think they died off because of who was running them. I just think like people retired, people wanted to close, people passed away.
Yeah.
but I think there's like a little resurgence of these little delis, appetizing shops that like it's fun to see.
What does Montreal do better than Toronto?
Hockey.
Love that answer. Best late night food in Montreal?
We have a really good selection. Majestique if you want oysters, which is kind of fun. 3 a.m. oyster bar.
3 a.m. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to a club and I'm going to get oysters after. Perfect. And then do you think we're losing the old school Montreal restaurants?
Yes, I think we absolutely are. I mean, like when I grew up, those like old school places with white button down shirts and like, you know, that classy service, it's kind of being overtaken by like, you know,
hipsters.
Yeah.
I said it. Best Montreal chef besides yourself?
I mean, I would say Marc Olivier Frappier of Mont Lapin La Lune.
Okay.
Who I got the pleasure to work for several years together at Joe Beef.
St. Viator or Fairmont?
MTL Bagel, Côte St. Luc Road in Westminster.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah.
Fancy restaurant or hole in the wall? I feel like you're hidden gem vibe, no?
Yeah, I mean I love pho. I love hot pot.
Okay, so best hidden gem in Montreal?
Is Dao a hidden gem?
No, but it could be to you. But you said one yesterday. Best hidden gem in Montreal?
The hot pot spot?
Yeah.
Liu Shu Hot Pot, Crescent.
Love that. Okay. What does Toronto do better than Montreal?
Steakhouses.
Do they?
Yeah, we're like a you know, in Jurassic Park, I forget which one, where you see that dinosaur and all the fire around him. And that's us in steakhouses. Like, it's honestly sad. Like I love that like dark room, waiters in a bow tie.
Yeah.
And, you know, that really fancy kind of steakhouse.
Anymore?
We have Ribbon Reef, but we used to have Moish's Gibby's, which is like also Gibby's is like it's Gibby's is like Gibby's went on Ozempic, you know, like it's just a shell of itself.
That is amazing. Okay, well, you're done. Thank you so much for coming. You're the
welcome.
best.